Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a lot of products that I'm going to be reviewing. I'm using products that I don't like, so I don't necessarily hate them. I mean, I might find a way to end up liking them eventually, or maybe if you guys are using these products, you could let me know how you guys use them, what tools you use them, and how you apply it, and maybe that'll get me to kind of get in the swing of it. But for the most part, on my first kind of go around, I didn't like these products. So if you like this video and you want more videos like this, leave it in the comment box. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really do appreciate all the love, you guys. So let's just jump right into it. So for brows, I really don't have a product that I dislike for brows. So I just pretty much use my Salon Perfect in dark brown. This is a good dupe for like the ABH. It's not necessarily in formula, but as far as the product, it's not as expensive as the ABH one, and you can get these in like your Sally's or Walmart. But yeah, it's a really good alternative. This is the darkest shade, and I think it's pretty good. And to clean up the brows, I just use my LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer in Warm Honey with a ankle brush to just go ahead and carve those out. Okay, so for the first product that I'm using that I dislike, majority of these products are going to be affordable drugstore. I do have a couple, I wouldn't say high-end, but a little bit more on the pricier side when it comes to what I'm applying, which is only exception of a couple items. So this right here is the LA Girl Pro Prep HD Definition Smoothing Face Primer. Take some pretty good products from their concealers. Their foundations is pretty good. It's just, I don't like silicone based products. I have oily skin right now. It's pretty normal, but I have like combination skin. So when it comes down to silicone based products, especially primers, like I'll deal with the silicone based products because majority of their foundations are silicone based. If you look on there, some of their concentrated ingredients are silicone. So therefore that doesn't bother me. But when it comes down to these type of primers where they're mostly feel like Vaseline or grease, I dislike that. So we're just gonna go ahead and apply this. As you can see, whoa. So it has that more like Vaseline silicone feel to it. I'm not up for that, especially in the summer. I just feel like it just makes my foundation like glide everywhere. It does look like it fills in pores though, and that's the only thing that I dislike about silicone primers. Like majority of the some of the good ones have silicone in it, like the Benefit Professional, and I don't mind it because it's not like a concentrated silicone base. When you put that on your face, it's almost like you can feel the silicone, but it's not as much, so it doesn't really bother me. Whereas like this or like the Baby Skin by Maybelline, those are like grease. I did use that in a tutorial before. Really didn't care too much for it. The foundation did come out nice. Application was nice, but it didn't last as long. So it wasn't like it didn't look bad, it just didn't end up lasting. And okay, up next, L'Oreal Paris. They're Infallible Total Coverage. This is supposed to be a full coverage weightless feel. Okay, and I have the shade 309 Caramel Beige. Usually in foundations, I'm usually a caramel, a tan, or what's the other one? Majority caramel and tan. Yeah, those are my main two. I always see my shade being caramel tan, and what I highlight with would be more so your creamy beige. This also comes in a squeezy form. I am going to use a beauty blender to apply this. So I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand because the tube is like this. It claims to have a natural wear up to 24 hours, coverage is high, and the texture is air light. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and try this and get this you know, a twirl. Let me shake this up, because one thing I don't like about this is it has this jelly consistency. Reminds me of MAC Studio Sculpt or something like that. I used to use that and it made me really greasy. It's really moussey. So I don't necessarily like foundations like that. I don't pull for them, but maybe with this texture technique, maybe. I'm just gonna go ahead and pat this on the back of the beauty blender like that, and then just go in with this. The shade is not so much my color, just throwing that out there. So I'm gonna definitely have to bronze and so forth. As far as full coverage, whoo, we Casper right now, but we gonna take care of that with some bronzer. So this is definitely a shade too light, but we're gonna take care of that. That's okay. That's all right. This concealer is by Maybelline. It's the Master Conceal. This also claims to be full coverage. Full coverage, high resistant, undetectable finish. Okay, so camouflage imperfections and dark circles. We're gonna see. I never used this combination of products together. And like, here's another squeeze it tube. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on. I don't know, I don't like the texture. Go ahead and blend this chin out. It blends out good though. What I can say that it blends out pretty good. So like, yeah, I don't see full coverage, but like, I cannot wait until I bronze my face up, because I in person, I kid you not, it's not this bright, but you know, with the lights and everything, the studio lights picking up everything, it's like, whoa! I'm going to take the Airspun Airspun loose face powder, translucent. I don't know about this, y'all. Everybody raves about this, like immediately when you open it up, it's messy. It just falls, and then it smells like it has an intense perfume smell to it, like baby powder or something. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pick that up and bake. Whoa, it just appears too messy to me. And they say it's translucent, but I feel like I'm about to have some like flashback or something. Like that. I get super paranoid applying this. Like, it's just messy everywhere. I'm gonna let it sit, and hopefully I don't turn into a snowball. Right now I'm still trying to bear the fact that I'm looking pretty ashy, but like I said, we're gonna warm the face back up, and that's if this product works. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Benefit brush for this, and I am using the e.l.f. bronzer palette. I'm for sure they have like different, look how light that is. I'm going to take a combination of the two bottoms, and it's not doing too much, but it's giving us something. It didn't really warm too much up. Maybe once I get rid of some of this powder on my face, it won't look so like powdery. Sweep off this powder. Okay, so we're not looking that bad now. we're looking a little bit more better. Okay, so now I don't necessarily have a face powder that I don't like. I don't have a face powder, so I'm just gonna go ahead with my Wet n Wild pressed powder in what shade is this? In Tan Beige. And I'm just gonna go ahead and set the rest of my face with this powder. I'm not too much a fan of the CoverGirl Peacock Flare. I just feel like it doesn't do anything. The wand is not all that interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some of this to the lashes. And I'm not a big fan of the bristles on the brush. Okay, so next on the menu is this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I feel like it's a little too greasy for my lids. It doesn't seem to really work that good. It creases a lot. I will set it, but it's still, to me, it still creases, and I don't think it's like really that consistent. Like, the formula is not consistent, and it's just greasy to me. Now, as I pat over it, it does dry a little bit better. One palette that I'm not particularly too much of a fan of is the Makeup Revolution Redemption eyeshadow palette, the Iconic one, which is supposed to be like a dupe for the Urban Decay, sorta. If you look at this, the The colors are nice. It's just the combination for a person of medium to deep skin tone. You can use some of these, but you can't use the whole Ultimate palette. And I say that because there is no shade in here to deepen up your crease. If you do go in with a shade to deepen up your crease, it has shimmer, and I'm not a big fan of deepening up my crease with shimmer. But for this, I see I'm gonna have to. So I'm gonna go in with this brown shade right here. Deepen up that crease. I'm gonna go with this green color right here. Moving forward, I'm going to use this Duo lash glue. I really don't care too much for Duo. I don't think it sticks to your lashes that well. You have to wait for it to dry. And then sometimes I feel like when you wait too long, it's not sticky anymore. I use some eyelashes that I got for Forever 21. And just some basic $3 lashes that just said eyelashes on them by Love and Beauty. Thick bands, but then wispy around here. I don't look as ghostly as I did starting out. We're almost complete. Even though I don't particularly like some of this makeup, I can say that it's not looking too bad. Still not my cup of tea though. Alright, we're almost done. Okay, so another product that I really don't care too much for is this e.l.f. blush in the shade Fusion. I just feel like some of their blushes are really nice. This is a really nice blush. It's just, it has a lot of shimmer in it, and to me it's a little chunky. It's a flattering pink color, but the shimmer, like I say, is a little too chunky for my liking. When applied to the face, you really can't like necessarily see the glitter as much. So I don't know, like every time I'm putting on all these things that I put away in a basket and said that I do not like, and I'm more so gravitating to them, liking them as I go through this video. Like, oh, I didn't like this because it had glitter, and now I'm like, this is cute. I can't take it. I didn't put any mascara on my lower lash line, so let's just go ahead and throw that in there. This is the Becca Champagne Pop. I bought this a long time ago. I do feel like this highlighter, it has like a rose gold feel to it. I do feel like this highlighter is a love-hate situation because I had it for so long. It's probably one of the most expensive highlighters I purchased at the time. It's like 40 bucks or so, 38 or 40 bucks, 45 bucks. So this was my first most expensive highlighter. And one thing I can say about this highlighter is it depends on the days. I don't necessarily not really like it because it's a lot of people's favorites. I'm gonna swatch it for you guys. There's a swatch. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the back of my hand and let you guys see. I feel like it's ashy on me. I don't know, I kind of brushed it down a couple times so you can see. It's not bad. Maybe it depends on the tool that I'm using because it's not really that bad. But like I say, some days I like it, some days I don't. White Beauty liquefied lipsticks. I'm not a fan of these. I'm not a fan of liquid lipsticks. I am of matte liquid lipsticks. Just regular liquid lipsticks that transfer. Line my lips with some Kylie True Brown K. Matte, good. So yes, this wraps up my get ready with me on products that I really don't necessarily care too much for. But as you can see, as I went through the video, I kind of made it work. Like the foundation shade, if you look at my neck and my face, it didn't match. Just off the bat, it made me look ghostly. But then but my face is naturally darker than my body. So as I started to use it and just bring color back into my face, it sort of worked out. Like, I'm kind of liking it. A lot of products that I didn't like, I kind of could see myself using. But they'll be the last resort though. They won't be the first resort. It's just, I don't necessarily hate products because I love makeup and I can always find ways to use the product. Like I can always find ways to be like, okay, I can't use this as a highlighter, but I can use it as an eyeshadow. So I hoard makeup. That's not always good. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. Until next time.